just got to France, y'all.
That's right, we just got to Saint-Emilion. And when in Bordeaux wine country, stay in a chateau, right?
That's right. Saint-Emilion is right outside Bordeaux, one of the most famous wine regions in the entire world, and we're staying at one of the most beautiful chateaus we have ever seen. And you know what? The best way to see it is from the sky. Let's take you up there.
How beautiful is that chateau? Oh, c'est magnifique.
We can't believe we're staying here, but we're gonna spend the next few days basically just drinking all the wine. And maybe eating a little bit.
I think eating, drinking, indulging the French way. C'est la vie.
C'est la vie. Let's do it. Okay, hold up just a second. What is Saint-Emilion? Well, Saint-Emilion is a tiny medieval city located in one of the most prestigious wine regions in the world, Bordeaux, France. And it is famous for its Merlot blends.
So, Saint-Emilion is located in the middle of Bordeaux wine country. But what's the difference between Bordeaux and Saint-Emilion? Well, the Dordogne River navigates its way through the Bordeaux wine region. And you have the left bank, which is Bordeaux, and the right bank, which is Saint-Emilion. Now, these terroirs are different. So Saint-Emilion is gonna have that Merlot blend, like Scott said, and Bordeaux is going to have more of a Cabernet blend.
What's amazing is they've been making wine here for over hundreds of years. Some of the nicest wine is over 3,000 euros. That's right, some pricey wines here at Saint-Emilion. And lastly, it's an UNESCO World Heritage Site, so you know it's going to be beautiful. All right, let's get back to the vlog.
Bonjour! It's our first full day in Saint-Emilion, and now we are heading into town to go macaron tasting. Because why not? When in France, right? So we're heading into the medieval village of Saint-Emilion, which is about 10 minutes from Chateau Grand Beret. And we get to get into our sweet ride now. Convertible style.
We're driving through Saint-Emilion, and it is very snug, but woo, we think it's okay to drive. A local fellow said we can drive down these streets, but they're very narrow. Yeah, take a look. I mean, is this city, could it get any better?
C'est magnifique. It is so beautiful with the medieval architecture and the red roofs. It's just stunning. It's like out of a movie.
Yeah, feels like we've walked back to the 1700s, maybe.
Yeah.
But what best thing to do than drink some amazing cookies?
Drink cookies. Yes, that sounds wonderful.
Eat some French macaroons.
Oh.
So we are in the macaroon shop that actually has a recipe that dates back to not just 100 years ago, like some recipes do, back to 1620.
This is the macaroon mama. This is the ultimate macaroon. So we watched how they made it. It's very simple with almonds, sugar, and flour.
Shh. Secret recipe.
C'est magnifique.
Well, we just had our first Grand Cru tasting, which is, what would you call it? It's the classification of wine. So we thought it was important to tell you something that's unique about Saint-Emilion. Now, their wines are the only wines that their rating system actually changes. Well, at least to our knowledge.
Right, so every 10 years, the wines of Saint-Emilion are re-rated, and they're rated into 4 different classes. Now, from the bottom, we're gonna start with Grand Cru.
Sounds fancy, right?
Still is fancy.
Still good.
Then you go up to Grand Cru Class A. Then we have Premier Grand Cru Class A, B. And finally,
Creme de la creme.
At the very top, you have Premier Grand Cru Class A, which means class A.
Yes. So it gets a little confusing when you're speaking to the French and they say class A. You think it's class AA, but it's just class AA.
Saint-Emilion has taken my breath away. Saint-Emilion is the idyllic medieval European village that I've always dreamed of but didn't know existed. The red roofed houses, the little tiny streets, the fact that there's live music playing right now and everyone is out enjoying the sunset, enjoying a baguette and a drink on the street. I mean, this is what every French dream is made of.
So it's been a bit of a whirlwind day for us, which we're going to recap either before or after this moment, I'm not sure.
Some point in time.
Some point in time. But we're finally able to walk around Saint-Emilion. The sun is setting, music's playing, everyone else having an aperitif, eating dinner. But it is such a beautiful town. I mean, if you want to step back in history, step into this town because it is absolutely beautiful.
And I know that everybody knows Bordeaux as the big name because it's the region and it's the big city close to here, but I think Saint-Emilion has the true charm.
Yeah, that's right. Ugh. It's got our charm. No, it's got our hearts. So today is a day of just exploring Saint-Emilion. We're starting it out at Chez Pascal. It's supposed to be a great restaurant and wine bar combined. And let's be honest, starting with the wine.
So we have to apologize. We might have had a little too much wine and forgot to turn the camera on.
If you know us, this happens quite often.
But here are a few things that you must do while you're in Saint-Emilion.
For restaurants, you almost can't go wrong when you're in Saint-Emilion. But for the best ones, these are the ones we recommend. All right, if you were there in the fall time period or winter time period, look for a dish called Montador.
Different type of meat, and the name is Mont d'Or.
Now this is a cheese fondue unlike anything we've ever had.
It comes from the border of Switzerland and France at Mont d'Or. So the cheese is made from there and it is only available at certain times of the year. So if you're in Saint-Emilion while it's available, you've got to pick some up. For wine tasting, there are countless places to drink in Saint-Emilion, not only in the vineyards, but at some bars. So our two recommendations for the top places to drink are Sous la Robe and Logis de l'Académie.
Good job.
Merci.
For an entire guide, you can click the link, which is going to be right here, that has everything. As always, I'm Scott.
And I'm Colette.
And we are Romero.
And if you like what you saw, please like and subscribe below.
Cheers.
Merci.
Don't drink too much wine.
Santé.
Santé.